conservation of linear momentum part. And we have seen that when we are talking about the conservation of linear momentum, in absence of any external force, dear, we have seen that the momentum that's of the total system, dear, the momentum of the total system will be remain conserved, means constant part. We have shown you that here p1 plus p2 plus p3 dot pn, whatever number of particles were there, dear, the particular momentum was conserved or same only. Now today mainly we'll be discussing, I told you that in the last class, here mainly we'll discuss that what you can say about the total momentum of the system in terms of your center of mass, some quantities of center of mass, dear, that is very very important. So here our basic part is that when you're talking about your position vector for the center of mass, dear, the position vector for center of mass we are writing as m1r1 plus m2r2. Just you have to continue it, dear. So here m2r2 plus your mnrn. What happened, dear? Just who told me? Just tell me what happened now. Who was that one? Just tell me, dear, what problem you're facing. Should I start the class or what? Tejasi, what problem was there, dear? Tejasi?
Yes, ma'am.
Who was that particular guy, dear? What problem was, any problem you are facing, dear, in the audio and the video clarity and all?
No, ma'am, no problem.
Okay, dear. So here when you're talking about, I told you that we want to just express the momentum, linear momentum of the system in terms of some quantities of your center of mass, dear. So here the simple part, the basic part is known to us that here the position vector for the center of mass is given as your m1r1 plus m2r2 plus dot here mnrn by m1 plus m2 plus dot mn, dear. The same part you are just continuing it. Now here we are having the position vector for the center of mass. We are writing again here we are writing m1 r1 plus m2 r2 dot here we are having for the nth particle mn rn. This 1 upon m1 plus m2 plus dot mn, dear, they are your what, the total mass of the system. Means I can write down here this one as by capital M, where capital M stands for the total mass of the system, which already I have told you, dear. Now after this part, suppose we're doing the differentiation, we are differentiating this particular equation, differentiating on both the side. Why you are differentiating? Listen here, whenever we are going for any derivation part, dear, listen one thing, the main picture should be in your mind that we want the relationship between the momentum and all, and momentum is the product of your mass and velocity. Here we are having the mass and the position vector is given to you. So unless and until we'll be going for the differentiation part, we won't be able to get the idea about the momentum part. That's why here both the equation part we are differentiating on both the side with respect to time only, d by dt, dear, on both the side. Differentiating on both the side, here it will be your d r by dt is equal to 1 by m is your constant. So we are taking outside, as well as m1 is also constant. So can I write down here d by dt of m1 r1? So let me ask from now, Divyanshi Sukla, d by dt of m1 r1, you know that mass of the particular particle is constant. So this one can be written as, Divyanshi Sukla, d by
Yes,
dt
ma'am.
of m1 r1 can be expressed as, m1 is constant,
It can be expressed as R1 by D.
means m1 you take out common, dear, m1 you take out
Yes,
common,
ma'am.
then it will be your m1 dr1 by dt. So similarly same part we are doing here also, d by dt, or suppose you are getting any problem and all, so better you write down like this way, simply d by dt of the entire thing whatever you are having on the left hand side, m1 r1 m2 r2 plus you are having here mn rn whole divided by your m. Just we have done the differentiation part on both the side. After this, we are writing drcm upon dt is equal to, now 1 upon m is constant, we are taking outside, and here m1 is also constant. D by dt on the linear combination, the summation part of each and every term. So we can we can just put it on each and every term dear. So it will be your m1 d r1 upon dt plus m2 dr2 upon dt plus dot dot your mn drn upon dt. So till this part, any problem you are having? Just have written the expression for the center of mass dear. So that a position vector for the center of mass, and after that we have just done the differentiation part. So here if the differentiation of d, your rm upon dt, so dr by dt or dx by dt, Raj Nandini Sen, normal just tell me dear, your dx by dt, which quantity you are getting? The rate of change of displacement and all. Raj Nandini, rate of change of displacement dear. Raj Nandini, whether you are attending the class or simply for the namesake you are here, dear. Shreya Parasar. Here Edwin has given the answer, velocity. So here when you're talking about the position vector for your this particular center of mass, so here the velocity will be your velocity of center of mass. So that's why we're writing VCM, the velocity of center of mass dear. Now here we are having 1 upon capital M. Capital M stands for the total mass of the system, like consisting of n particles, m1, m2 dot dot your mn dear. After this, now m1, this dr1 by dt I can write down as mv1. Similarly, this one m2 v2 dot dot here mn vn dear. So here I am having your velocity of center of mass is equal to 1 upon m1 v1 plus m2 v2 dot dot mn vn. So just up to this part you quickly write down, and from here only after one step we'll be getting the idea that how the linear momentum of the system of n particles are related with the velocity of the center of mass and the total mass of the system dear. So just write down up to this part and just mention in the comment whether written or not quickly. Just mention in the chat dear whether written or not quickly. So Saloni has written. Uma Sarma. Okay dear. Now so here we are having this particular m, we are sending this side. So capital M, here velocity of the center of mass equal to m1 v1 means p1, the linear momentum for particle 1, particle 2 dot dot here pn. So from here what idea you are getting dear, that the sum of the linear momentum of each and every particle from which the system is made up of is equal to the product of the velocity of the center of mass with the total mass of the system dear. This is very, very important. Because of this only, I told you in the beginning that whenever we are talking about your system of n particles and all, there are different particles. Individually, we can't say that what nature a particular particle is having and all regarding the motion and all. So in a bulk, if we are talking about a system of n particle, our main focus is on the center of mass. And everything, every quantity of the entire system can be expressed in terms of the quantities related to the center of mass. Like here, the linear momentum of the system, we are expressing as the product of the mass of the system with the velocity of the center of mass dear. And already I have told you that here, when you're talking about this first law, Newton's first law of motion, which is also applicable for your extended object consisting of n number of particles. Earlier, we were just focus on application of Newton's law here only to the point object, but it can be expanded to the extended object and all. It can be expressed in case other case also dear. And we have seen that similarly, like unless and until you are having an external force, you can't change the state of rest or uniform motion. And same part we have seen in case of your motion of center of mass dear. So that part already we are over. So now here we are talking about the conservation of linear momentum part, and here after this particular line you just write down the statement that so the linear momentum of the system of n particles can be expressed as the product of the total mass of the system and the velocity of the center of mass. This part is very, very important here. Velocity of center of mass. So please quickly write down this part here. And similarly, listen one thing, like you are using the formula to find out the position vector for the center of mass, like your RCM is written as M1R1 plus M2R2 plus dot dot MNRN by M1 plus M2 plus dot dot MN. Similarly, you can use the formula. You can just tell me the formula that by which you can find out the velocity of your center of mass. VCM is also equal to what? So that part will be asking dear from any one of you. Now Prahar Sumandev, like similarly I told you that just have the analogy, because now just after this we'll be having the numerical part here. So just as we have used the formula here to find out the position vector for the center of mass, like M1R1 plus M2R2 dot 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 MNRN by M dear. Always keep one thing in mind, that the particular relationship should be dimensionally correct dear. So when you are having M1R1 plus M2R2 whatever, mass into some position vector, mass unit and some position unit divided by again mass get cancelled. You are having the unit for position here also the position part. So always you can check the dimensional correction of the particular relationship dear. So if Prahar Sumandev, I'll be asking from you that suppose we are giving you the some particular position vector is given to you or some quantities are given to you, and just I'm asking that what will be the formula for your velocity of center of mass?
VCM will be equal to
Yes. Can we write down M1
M1
V1 plus M2 V2
plus
dot dot
M2
Mn Vn by capital M, or total mass?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay dear. So please write down up to this part, and now we'll be going for the numerical. So be fast dear. So now we'll be discussing the first numerical of that NCERT example part, triangular lamina, and only hardly one question example will be there for you to practice. So your holiday homework is that simple 10 questions depending upon your difficulty level. Just 10 questions based on center of mass you have to solve dear. Because giving the exercise part is no use, because you people are not completing it. And others, last time whatever exercise given to you, that part you completed dear, because we are not checking it, but the particular student, those are giving the submitting and all. So while giving you the marks for the practical, those particular things will be carrying marks. And maybe you be prepared for this offline exam also. We don't know whether in January the classes will be open or all something. So mentally prepare for the offline exams. So written this part, so quickly mention in the chat.
Yes, ma'am.
Admin done. Also, okay, dear. Anyone left? Anyone left here? Jyoti Meena, Deepal and all. Shreya written. Okay, dear. Now, the first question. Now, if the questions are from your NCERT book only, so those questions we are not writing this statement. If the questions are not from your NCERT book, then all that time you have to write down the question. So here, the first question is that find the center of mass of a triangular lamina. They have given you a triangular lamina, dear. A triangular lamina they have given you, and they're asking that find out the center of mass for this triangular lamina. So now any one of you can tell me by applying simple logic that what will be the center of mass of this lamina. So if we are talking about the individual strip, if you're talking about the individual strip, dear, AB, then what will be the center of mass for the strip AB? So now Kirti. So Kirti is there in the class? Kirti. Don't get listen, don't get afraid, don't get confused and all. Simple, just tell me. If we are talking about this particular strip, what will be the center of mass for this particular strip AB? Whatever triangular lamina name they have given, dear, I'm writing ABC and all. Whatever name given in the book, that part you can write. So Kirti, just tell me for this particular strip, what will be the center of mass? Quickly. Someone is giving the answer in the chat. No one. Just tell me what you can say about the center of mass for the individual strips there. Shreya, Prashar, any one of you now just mention the chat, dear.
I'm
Half of AB, yes.
half.
Half of AB means the midpoint of AB. So if we are talking about this particular strip here, the center of mass will be somewhere here. In this case of BC, the midpoint here E. In case of AC, it will be at F, dear. So here we are having indirectly, you can say that the median of this particular triangular lamina, where they're in meeting, the median means only that it is the line joining the vertex to the midpoint of the opposite side, dear. So here these midpoints are the center of mass for the individual strip. But our question was not about the individual strip, dear. Our question was about the entire lamina, which is made up of such strips and all, dear. So here now, from the analogy only, if I simple logical here, Praved has given the answer also that what you can say about the center of mass for this triangular lamina now. Individual part, you got the median, midpoint here. So now it will be, you know that the meeting point of all the three median is known as, there are few important terms are there, orthocenter, circumcenter, centroid, in center. These particular terms are very, very important in maths as well as in physics also, dear. So here the meeting point of all the three median is known as the centroids. Each and everyone has given the answer also, Prahar, so Jyoti and all, so really good. So here the centroid here, the meeting point, the meeting point or the intersection point of all the three medians is known as centroid. And in this case, your center of mass will coincide with the centroid, means the centroid itself will act as the center of mass, dear. So here in this case, it will be the centroid part. So these questions are very important for your 2 marks and 3 marks, dear. And that time you have to write down. Suppose here there is no values was given to you. So only your statement, your language part plays an important role. You have to explain the term, dear. Why centroid, how we are getting the midpoint and all that part is important. So this question is over now. Let us go for the next question now. Today's class is up to 8:45. So 8:40, any one of you just tell me regarding the attendance part. And throughout the class, you have to be present here. Now, so this part is over.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, next question. Now, this question is not from NCERT book and all. So please write down the question part. Here the question is that the particle of masses, means the important part only you'll be writing here. Now, question number 2. So question number 2, they have told that 2 particles of masses 100 gram and 300 gram. So we are having particle P1 and P2. Here we are having 100 gram. Here we are having 300 gram. So here only suppose we want to convert into kg. So this part you can tell me, any one of you, Deepal, just convert 100 gram and 300 gram to kg, dear. So here the masses is over. Now given at a given time, have the position. So here the position vector R1 is given as, so wait, let me take the book. The position vector R1 is given as 2i plus 5j plus 13k. 13k, and here the position vector for the second one is given as minus 6i plus 4j minus 2k respectively, and here the velocity also v1 is given as 10i minus 7j minus 3k, and this one v2 is given as 7i minus 9j plus 6k. Here obviously it meter in meter, here meter per second, and whenever we are going for the numerical part here, always keep one thing in mind, that here everything should be in the SI unit and all. Here we are taking like this one meter per second here, so this must be in kg. They are asking that, listen carefully, they're asking that determine the instantaneous position and the velocity of center of mass. The question is that determine. So you all tried here. Just I'll be giving you 2-3 minutes. If not not done by you people, then I'll be solving it. Instantaneous position and velocity of center of mass. Simple question is there. Just okay, Edwin has just converted the particular part. So write down the question first. Two particles are there having the masses. Here we are having 100 gram, 300 gram. So here 100 gram converted into kg and all. So as given by you people, 0.1. Now next one is your 300 grams. So it will be 0.3 kg. Now the position vector of this particular particle and the velocity part is given to you. They're asking that determines the instantaneous position as well as the velocity of center of mass. Just apply the formula and quickly tell me. You all try to solve it, dear.
मैम क्वेश्चन में कोई पर्टिकुलर टाइम दे रखा है ना?
What, dear?
क्वेश्चन की लैंग्वेज में पर्टिकुलर टाइम दिया हुआ है?
No, nothing is given to you, dear. The question is that just instantaneous at any instant of time. Simple. M1, M2 known to you, R1, R2 known to you. First, find out the position for your center of mass. Quickly. You all tried here. And just we are considering that you people are really attentive and serious, dear. It's not like that simply you are joining the meeting and all and kambal leke so rahe ho rajai or kaisa nahi hota beta. You have to solve along with the teacher and all. Throughout the class, from the beginning only, if will be really attentive and all, then only the class will be interesting. Otherwise, koi matlab nahi hai. So you all just, I told you the formula for both part, the velocity part of center of mass as well as this one, dear, the position also. So quickly just solve it, dear. And if not possible by you people, that also you mention in the comment. But I think that many of you can solve it quickly. So Edwin and others, whether you people are trying or not, Tejasi, Edwin, at least those who are, Shreya Prasar, Praharsh. Okay, dear. So just tell us the position for your center of mass. It's going to be done. Okay, dear. So waiting for at least one of you to get the answer. Then we'll be proceeding just after this. So here Kirti Malik has told that here. What you got, Kirti? This one is 2i cap plus 1.7j minus 0.7k by 0.4. Here Praved has told 1 by 4, 20i plus 17j plus 7k. So now let us check the answer part. So let us solve this part, dear. 2i 5j, this one is 13k, this one is minus 6 plus 4 and minus 2. So here, first of all, we're going for finding the position part. So here, the position for center of mass RCM, we are writing as M1 R1 plus M2 R2 by M1 plus M2. Correct or not? So we have written that here, your RCM is equal to M1 R1 plus M2 R2 by M1 plus M2. Now, throughout, be attentive, dear. Anytime I'll be committing any mistake in somewhere and all, and asking from you where is the mistake and all. So let's be attentive in the class. So here we are taking 0.1 multiplied by here we are having 2i plus 5j plus 13k. Plus this part is visible, yes. Now next one is 0.3 multiplied by R2 minus 6i plus 4j minus 2k whole divided by M1 plus M2 means 0.4, dear. Now just solve this part. So here I am having the position for center of mass is 0.1 multiplied by entire thing here. So it will be your 0.1 multiplied by 2, 0.2 I plus 0.5 j plus 1.3 k. Be attentive, just look at the particular part, whether any mistake is done by me or not. Here 0.3 multiplied by minus 6 will give you minus 1 point, or one more thing you can do, dear. Here as you are having the decimal part, point and point. Suppose 1 by 10, 3 by 10, and here 4 by 10. So if you were taking 1 by 10 common, then this particular decimal part will be cancelling out. So depending upon your, listen here, totally depend upon you how you are solving the question. You can go for multiplication also, or directly, like decimal you remove it, 1 upon 10. Here 3 upon 10, here 4 upon 10, 1 by 10 out, here this particular 1 by 10, both get cancelled. So now you don't be having any decimal part. So depending upon your choice, you can have it. You can solve it, dear. And the next part is here, 0.3 into 4 will be your 3 minus 1.8 I. This part is over, then you are having plus 1.2 j. Then I'm having minus 0.6k upon 0.4. Now just I part you can combine, dear. So here now just tell me here, this Uma Sharma, can I add 0.2 and 0.5 like all the things? How the vectors are added in this case? Already your teacher must have told you, dear. Just tell me. Uma Sharma, 0.2 and 0.5. Can I add them? Yes or no? That part at least you should reply, dear.
Yes, ma'am.
Can we add 0.2i and 0.5j? Jyoti, Meena,
No.
is saying no. So why, Jyoti, why we can't add them, dear? Means the vector part already you have completed, dear, and this is the condition of the class. Which will be combined? Edwin Joseph, which things will be combined, dear? And different direction all. So here we are having same direction part, 0.2i, and here I am having 1.8 minus 1.8j. So what will be the answer, Edwin? This two part we can combine, 0.2 and this plus minus this one, minus 1.8. Just tell me, minus 1.8 and this 0.2 means we will subtract, but give the sign of the bigger number. So what will be the answer? Minus
1.6.
what, dear?
Minus 1.6.
1.6i. Then this j part you combine, 0.5j, and here we are having 1.2j. So Tejas Srimali, what will be the answer?
Plus 1.7j.
1.7j. Then this 1.3k and minus 0.6k.
Plus 0.7k.
plus 0.7
7K cap.
whole divided by 0.4. Each and every term there is having decimal part here as well as here. Just after decimal, one place. So you can take out, you can remove the decimal part. This idea you're getting or not? I can write down this one as minus 16I plus 17J plus 7K whole divided by 4. This will be in meter. Can I write down in this way or not? Just tell me quickly. This decimal part, can I remove or not? Can I remove the decimal part? Prahar Sumandev.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So here, this particular part, if depending upon your choice, you can go on dividing and all. So just we are writing the answer up to this part. So just check this part here. You can separately divide it. 16 by 4, how much you're getting? 4 only. 17 by 4, then 7 by 4. So you got the idea about the position part. Now, what you can say about the velocity part? Same formula, because just before that only, Prahas has told us that the same analogy you can apply for the velocity of the center of mass, dear. So in this case here, if you are talking about your VCM, the velocity part, I have rubbed it, so you must have written. So here just you can apply the formula that here VCM will be what, dear? M1 V1 plus M2 V2 upon M1 plus M2. Now, many times I'm telling you, dear, here maximum time students are doing mistake. M1 plus total mass you are taking, and how we are getting these formulas and all already you have discussed. So in this particular formula, you just put the values and all, you'll be getting the answer part, dear. So this part I'm not solving. Now, this part I'm just leaving on you. The velocity part is given to you. Simple mathematical calculation is there. Now, just after this, one more question is there. Okay, Edwin, good. So Edwin and other has done, dear. Now one more question. As I told you that when we are having this particular uniform, your mass distribution is there, dear. Under that condition, your summation part, we are just replacing it with the help of integral sign and all. So let us solve one question related to that part, dear. So here, let us discuss one question, dear. Now, they're asking that prove that the center of mass. So should I rub this part?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, dear. Now, they're asking that you prove that the center of mass, prove that the center of mass of a uniform rod of mass capital M and length L lies at the middle point, of the rod. Now, from the question itself, listen one thing. Two questions they can ask. First question is that, like here, they're asking that prove that the center of mass of a uniform rod of mass M and length L lies at the middle of the rod, dear. Or they can ask that find out the center of mass for a uniform rod of mass M and length L. Means in case of proof, or they can ask you just find out. So here, obvious baat hai beta, when you're talking about the uniform rod of particular mass and all, the midpoint will be the center of mass only. So how to proceed for such particular question, dear? We are having a uniform rod is there. The total length is L, the mass is capital M, dear. Since in case of uniform distribution of mass, we are going for the integral part. So here, suppose we'll be taking a small element. Suppose we are taking a small element. So what we can say about, now before that we are talking about one dimensional only. So here, suppose the rod is placed in the x-axis part only, we're talking about one dimensional part only, we're talking about, dear. So in this case, just now I want the answer from you that The same question for finding the x coordinate, y coordinate, and z coordinate in case of uniform distribution of mass. Already we have told you, dear. So what was the formula? Earlier we are having sigma mi(xi), where I tends to 1 to n, whole divided by m. But in case of uniform mass distribution and all, just tell me now, Divyanshu Sukla. Divyanshu Sukla,
Yes, ma'am.
what formula we are having, dear?
Ma'am, we applied differentiation.
We have applied the integration part. Just recollect the formula, dear. Can I write down something like this, dear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
got the idea, dear, or not? Like for
On the
x,
x-axis and the y-axis and the z-axis.
here. So this part we can go for it now. So here we have taken a small strip, dear. Our purpose is that if we be getting the idea about the mass of this particular strip, and if it will be integrated, dear, it will be integrated from where? Here we are talking about one-dimensional part. Suppose this rod is placed in the origin part is 0 here. The entire length is what? In the x-axis only we are talking about. So what was the entire length, dear, here? The entire length is
L.
L. Means if we'll integrate it from 0 to L, x dm, we can easily find out the center of mass, because one dimensional, so one part only we are talking about. So here, let us go for finding the mass of the small strip, dear. So just tell me, listen carefully. If the length, if L is having the mass, total length L is having the mass capital M, dear. So just apply the unitary method. This particular small strip, suppose the length is dx. Just apply the unitary method. If the cost of 2 pencil is 4 rupees, then cost of 1 pencil will be 4 upon 2, and cost of 5 will be 4 upon 2 into 5, dear, 4, whatever. So here, this particular part, yes, mass per unit length, really good, Edwin. So here, if you're talking about the mass per unit, the lambda part, mass per unit length, dear, or directly you can go for that, the mass of the small strip, directly, mass of the small strip is equal to m upon L into your dx. So you got the idea about the mass of the particular, okay, attendance, yes, Divyanshu, just 2 minutes, dear. So you got the idea about the particular mass of the small strip, dear. So just now, you just replace it in the formula, dear. So in the formula, I'm having xcm, your center of mass part, here 1 upon m, 0 to L, and you are having here m upon L, you are having this x part. Listen, or let me write down like this, x, then m upon L into x. The dm part, we are replacing by m by L into dx, dear. Any problem you are facing in this part, dear? So you can tell me. Now, next part is that it will be 1 upon m. This capital M by L is also your constant. You can take out common m by L. Then integrating it from 0 to L, your x dx du. Your mm cancel. Your xcm will be 1 upon L, dear. X dx, the integration of x dx. X to the power 1 is there. X square upon 2. So it will be your, this integration part must be, आपको आना बहुत जरूरी है. And suppose you are having problem in differentiation and integration, dear, so you can tell me. I'll be taking 2-3 classes just based on the derivative part and this one integration, dear. 0 to L. So here xcm will be 1 upon L. This one will be your L square by 2 minus 0 square upon 2. We have to put the limit also. This integration part is known to you or not? Just
Yes,
integrating it, then you're putting the limit and all. Okay, dear Edwin. So here we are having xcm is 1 upon L into L square upon 2. So this will be L and 1 L cancel. So xcm is L upon 2. So now Tejasvi, L by 2 is what? What was the question that proved that the center of mass is lying at the midpoint of the rod? So L by 2 means what? Entire length of the rod is L, dear.
Of the center of mass of the rod.
One part. So at last you write down that, yes. So we have seen that the center of mass for the rod is at the midpoint of the rod, dear. So thank you for this class. Now be attentive for the attendance part, dear, quickly. So be present, Jyoti, because the attendance part is important. So this stop recording.